Right now on First Alert 4, a father on the run after encouraging violence on a school bus. We're asking what school bus drivers are doing to keep your kids safe. Plus, the discussions are underway about what's next for a huge piece of property in St. Louis County, what could soon take over this old De Pere Hospital site.
Live, First Alert 4 starts now.
Thursday morning at 4 a.m. And yeah, you're moving right along this week. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Justin Andrews, and I'm joined by First Alert meteorologist Chance Gotch inside the Weather Center. And man, we just declared a First Alert weather day for Saturday, right? So you're fine-tuning what's coming on Saturday. Thank you so much, Chance. Breaking overnight, one person is dead after a building collapsed in South City. This was just before midnight here. The building is on South Grand, and firefighters say the building was vacant and had partially collapsed before. We're told crews found one person dead inside this building. This morning, investigators are trying to figure out what caused the collapse and why that person was inside there. Also in South City, one person is dead after a crash right here near Vandeventer and Tower Grove. It happened just before 10 o'clock last night, and police say 2 cars were involved. We saw the mangled mess right there. Investigators are still trying to figure out how this crash even happened. A safety alert from local police after a string of accidents involving cars and pedestrians. In the latest case, a man was hit and killed Tuesday night on Halls Ferry Road in North County. Police say the victim was in the street when he was hit. The driver stopped and is cooperating with the investigation. Police say drivers and pedestrians both play a role in this in preventing these kinds of accidents. Drivers need to make sure that they are paying attention and not distracted. All right, police say even when you're at a crosswalk, wait a few seconds after the light changes to make sure cars have actually stopped. School bus drivers across the metro reviewing how to keep your children safe after a father forced his way right here onto a school bus in North County and then encouraged his own daughter to beat up another child. Now, days later, Ferguson police are still looking for that suspect. His name is Maurice Fox. In light of this, First Alert 4's Shoshana Stahl is learning what's done to keep kids safe. It's 4:07 in the morning. The First Alert 4 Investigates team sharing new developments in the St. Louis Sheriff's saga. Right now, Sheriff Alfred Montgomery, right there in the middle, is still locked up, accused of committing multiple federal felonies and violating bond. The U.S. Marshal's Office telling our team Montgomery is being held in Perry County. That's just south of St. Louis. Now we're hearing from the man taking Montgomery's place. Yosef Yashirawa is a 31-year-old vet with the city's sheriff's department. Sheriff Montgomery promoted him in January to colonel. The interim sheriff says he is committed to ensuring the safety of the courts while Sheriff Alfred Montgomery handles his legal issues. Okay, so our Investigates team has more coverage surrounding the St. Louis Sheriff's Office, including Sheriff Montgomery's legal battles. You can find those stories and a lot more right there on the First Alert 4 News app. Taking a look at what's coming from one end of the region to the other, residents across the St. Louis area are weighing in on projects that could soon start taking shape in their communities. This includes the city of De Pere, where a vacant hospital is under the microscope right now. Our Kimberly Donahue heard from folks saying what they'd like to see be put there. And we've learned no action was taken regarding the future of the site. St. Luke still owns that property, and right now there's no timeline for when the sale could go through. Well, it's a hit song that launched a St. Louis native into stardom. Coming up, we'll show you why Nelly is celebrating in court over his breakthrough album. Plus, the government shutdown stretching into day 16. What's happening on Capitol Hill today to help get the government back up and running? Welcome back from break. Here's a look in downtown St. Louis right here, taking a live look outside the Enterprise Center where, yeah, the Blues fell to the Chicago Blackhawks on last night. The Blues lost 8-3. It's all right, though. The Blue Note will be back on the ice this weekend, taking on the Dallas Stars there at Enterprise Center. We know that that puck drops for that game Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Well, Drone 4, powered by Renewal by Anderson. Look at this, flying over Forest Park. Today marks 5 months, wow, already, since that EF3 tornado damaged parts of the park there, tearing down trees and creating even new challenges for owls that call the park home. Well, even if you don't notice them when you're in the park, a local owl expert we talked to says the birds are all over Forest Park and the St. Louis Metro. He says despite the sudden change, overall the owl population is doing well and finding ways to adapt. Our Avery Martinez tagged along with that local owl expert For a bird watching tour, you can come along right there by visiting firstalert4.com. It's hard to believe that it's already been that long since that tornado touched down, and now we're looking ahead into Saturday. We have another chance of severe weather, hopefully not to that extreme, but it does make you think, especially those victims who endured that tornado. They're thinking, oh my goodness, another opportunity, another chance of severe weather.
Yeah, it definitely hits different after being impacted by those stronger storms.
Still ahead right here on First Alert 4, a special honor for local police officers, how they're being recognized for protecting and serving their communities. Looking live down right here in downtown St. Louis, overlooking the Gateway Arch. Got the moon up there above as well, looking really good. This view thanks to our Ford Skycam network. 64 degrees, 422. A look at the Central West End as we welcome you back here at 4:25 in the morning. It's clear out there. I don't even see a single car. Oh, there's one. Maybe that's a bus. Yeah, the bus driving right there on Forest Park Parkway here early this morning. Well, honoring those who protect and serve our community. That's the goal of an event at the River City Casino in South County. Multiple groups coming together for the South County Police Business Association Officer of the Year Luncheon. Yesterday's event spearheaded by several business leaders in the area. One officer in the South County and Afton precinct was awarded the Officer of the Year for their patrol area, a small token of gratitude for those who serve our region. A device that has already saved young lives in our region is now expanded. Coming up, we'll show you where a new baby box could soon be installed.
First Alert 4 starts now.
We got a shot of Lambert International Airport this morning. Yeah, looking really good right here at 4:29. We're almost at that 4:30 mark. We say good Thursday morning to you. You're waking up with us here at almost 4:30. I'm Justin Andrews, joined inside the Weather Center with meteorologist Chance Gotch. And man, you've been really busy this morning, really tracking the timeline of that First Alert Weather Day that we've already declared for Saturday afternoon, right?
Yeah. We've been kind of waiting back to see exactly what happens, and we've been talking a lot the last couple of days about the potential, and it's starting to look like it's going to be a better chance to see the potential for strong.
A vital resource coming to a North County firehouse for parents who feel they have nowhere else to turn. We're told a baby box will be installed at one of the Florissant Valley firehouses. The department says this will be the first of its kind for North County. The baby box will be at Firehouse 1 at St. Ferdinand and St. Francis Streets in Florissant. Jordan Burrell spoke to the firefighter who spearheaded the plan to bring a life-saving device there to North County. 4:34, a Georgia man is charged in connection to the murder of a St. Louis woman. Tangi Davis recently moved from St. Louis to Atlanta. She was declared missing earlier this month. Authorities in Cobb County, Georgia, say during the search for Davis, her boyfriend admitted to killing her and burying her body. Cobb County police say they had previously responded to multiple domestic violence incidents involving the victim and the suspect. Cases like these are just one example of the cycle of domestic violence. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so our Morgan Harris sat down with the executive director of the St. Louis Crime Victim Center to learn more about abusive behaviors and how you can spot them. The Crime Victim Center provides free support, resources, and advocacy services. If you need help, we have information on those resources right now on the First Alert 4 News app. Well, in St. Charles County, a proposed subdivision has residents pretty riled up. The plan is to build more than 400 lots along Highway N by Perry Kate Boulevard. This will be for single-family homes, townhomes, commercial buildings, and more. First Alert 4 Sean Logging has the latest on this proposal. A small park in downtown St. Louis, which had trouble with crime in the past, could soon be converted into a parking lot. A city committee advanced a proposal this week to sell Interco Plaza to the Starwood Group for $275,000. They own the building just north of the green space, which houses Square employees. The St. Patrick Center sits just south of it. Well, back in 2021, a homeless encampment took over the plaza. First Alert 4 reported on the drug use, the assaults, and even a fatal shooting there. The space has since been fenced off, but there are still unhoused people who hang around that area. The proposal to make it a parking lot still needs to pass the full Board of Aldermen. Still ahead, satisfying your sweet tooth, how a local company that's been feeding your chocolate cravings is looking to the future. We say good morning to our viewers over in the Metro East. Look at the Clark Bridge here from this view in Alton. The lights are set up or on, and it looks like it's some cloud cover up above. So we'll have a check-in with Chance Gotch with that 10-day forecast. Alrighty, trending this morning, any new car comes with a key fob, right? But sometimes it's hard to keep track of that digital key. I'm one of the people who typically loses mine. So Ford has designed an easy way for you to never leave home without it, but you may need to be into trucks for this one. So take a look at this. It's a truckle, that's what it's called. It's a belt buckle marking the 50th anniversary of the Ford F-150 pickup. It's a Western-style belt buckle made of German silver and jeweler's bronze. Well, it features the front of a classic F-150, but there's more. On the back of the truckle is a place to hold your key fob. Pretty cool. Yeah, your car is still able to be unlocked and start there, and it will be on sale online for $200 each belt. Here's my thing. What happens if I don't wear that belt for the day?
Yeah. And that's a lot. I mean, I can't wear that here.
Right.
I can't wear that on air.
Exactly.
You guys wouldn't even pay attention to the forecast if I was wearing that thing.
I don't know, man. I mean, I like the idea. It's just I'm still going to lose it because if I don't wear the belt, I've got to find out a place to where it is.
Yeah, it's going in the right direction, just maybe not landing for us.
Yeah,
maybe other people. I'm also a Chevy and GMC guy, so I'm not a Ford guy.
And then $200 for a belt, not good.
Yeah, I'm
Save
with
my
you.
money.
Yeah.
Anyways, on a serious note, though, we want to look ahead to the weekend because we have declared a first alert weather day for Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking the potential for some strong to severe storms. Now, folks, this is going to be pretty much from 2 p.m. to about 8 p.m.
For sure. Weekend rain and then a cool down. Thank you, Chance. Next summer, millions are expected in Missouri as Kansas City is hosting the World Cup. And in St. Louis, there's hope of a spillover effect.
This is a chance to show off not only Kansas City, but you're right. You're going to have people sleeping in Columbia hotels. You're going to have people sleeping in St. Louis hotels. It's going to be that big that the spillover is going to just keep going east. And I think we'll see a benefit across the state for sure.
A new state law allows bars and restaurants to remain open 23 hours a day during a 5-week period next summer. Right now, leaders in Dardenne Prairie are discussing opting out of that because they don't believe it's necessary. At ITAP, the co-owner, Sean Conroy, expects large crowds in both his Kansas City and St. Louis locations. He hopes to stock up on beers of different countries playing in Kansas City. Amtrak. Well, two of the biggest names in St. Louis chocolate have been satisfying sweet tooths for decades. In today's We the People, Steve Harris shows us how Bissinger's and Chocolate Company are helping the community. We the People is our chance to highlight the best of St. Louis. So if you know a person or a place we should profile, make sure you send your ideas to WeThePeople@FirstAlertFord.com. You can also watch all of our previous stories right now on our website. Still ahead, local Ameren workers doing some intense training. Coming up, the title they hope to walk away with during a pretty unique competition. We'll tell you all about it coming up. Also, stay connected to get the first alert to what's happening in St. Louis. All you have to do is visit FirstAlertFord.com. Turn those push notifications on. That way you can get instant updates on the First Alert Ford news and weather apps. Right now, looking west down Market Street in downtown St. Louis. I love this shot. It's kind of a wider view than what we typically see. 451, 64 degrees. We'll be back after this. All right, local Ameren workers are busy preparing for the Olympics, but we're not talking swimming or track and field. This one is a different kind of competition here. We got a look at Ameren workers in training as they get ready for the Lineman Olympics Rodeo. The event kicks off this weekend in Kansas City. We know the competition happens every single year, putting their precise skills to the test in multiple events against other linemen all across the country.
Our Ameren line workers and apprentices take their work very seriously, and we provide reliable and affordable service to our 1.2 million electric customers. We are very proud of the work that our team does on a daily basis to serve those customers. And so this is the Olympics for our linemen to come in and showcase those skills.
All right, so Ameren, Missouri did not place in last year's competition, but they hope to this year. However, Ameren, Illinois did place, in fact, first last year. And they'll be defending their title this weekend. Here's the thing I think about this. We talk about the Olympics. They talk about the Lineman Olympics here. I feel like they do that every single time there's a storm. There's always a race against the clock. They're always, rushing to make sure that they get the lights and the power back on for people like you and I.
Yeah, and oftentimes in like the worst conditions. Where like it's 10 degrees below zero. There is so much ice out here. You're up to here in snow. So good luck, but I'm cold at my house, so help me out.
Yeah.
Give them gold medals for that.
Exactly. Yes, they deserve it.
Yes, they do. Best of luck to them. Go defend that title.
Yes.
All right, Justin, thank you. We'll still head this morning.